Good morning, adventurers. If y'all have been following along, you know that we have been traveling around in our trusty Black Series camper. It's been taking us all throughout the Northeast, but in the few months that we've been traveling in this thing, a few little problems with the systems inside have crept up. Problem number one, our fridge, when it runs on propane, runs perfectly, but then like once a day, it just turns itself off and makes this horrible beeping sound, usually conveniently while we're fast asleep. These GFCI outlets do not work, and I can't seem to get them work.
Get them. Or your brain.
Redo that one. These GFCI outlets do not seem to work. Whether I reset them or trip the breakers or anything, they just don't work.
If you guys remember our infamous deadbolt fiasco, didn't lock, or locks too well, locked us out. Gotta get that fixed. And we also noticed recently that our little diesel container is leaking right here, very, very slowly.
And it's making a convenient little puddle right there.
Sadly, we do not have the tools or the time to fix all this stuff by ourselves, so we brought it to an RV repair center. And they're gonna do it all for us. So you guys might be wondering, what are we gonna do while this is in the shop, because Clementine is also in the shop? Well, don't you worry, I have a very interesting and very impractical solution. That's right, y'all. We're Vanlifers now. This little adorable VW is named Lucy, and she's gonna take us up and down the coast of Maine just as fast as she can, which is not very fast at all.
Holy cow, you guys, is this a friggin' vintage beauty or what? It is in incredibly good condition considering its age. It is a 1987 Westfalia, which funnily enough is the year that Allison here was born.
Yeah, so don't make too many age jokes about it, all right?
We have always wanted to take out one of these Westfalias. We always see them driving about and I'm always like, one day I'm gonna drive in one of those. And that day is today, y'all. So this is a Westfalia, which is actually named after the place in Germany that they are made. It's actually a Volkswagen Vanagon that they convert and add a little pop-top roof to. This is gonna be a much different experience than I think any other vehicle that we've ever camped in, because it is very quirky, very tiny. We've never dealt with a pop-top like this before. It's got the engine in the back. I can't wait to hear how it feels and how it sounds. It should have basically no power, which we're used to with our Suzuki. So yeah, we should be right at home in this old girl. We are gonna give you guys a proper look around at all the ins and outs of this beauty once we figure it out. But first off, we have to get her all packed up and get on the road.
Holy moly, this is amazing. You can't beat a vintage vehicle, like up in the front. Oh boy.
Yeah, they just don't make it like this anymore, do they?
No, they don't. It's so cool, and everything's just like a sweet switch. You hear that? Oh
yeah.
Man.
And look at this shifter. This might be the sweetest automatic shifter I've ever seen in my life. All right, fire it up, baby.
Okay. Is there a trick to it? You just go?
Yeah, the trick is turn it and hold it. What's that?
I don't know.
Go for it.
Oh, it was so pleasant. All right.
We're really not used to the engine being in the back. It's so strange.
It's so far away. Oh man, it sounds like a really old cat just purring. Y'all, this is gonna be an experience. It's supposed to be down in the 20s for the lows while we're on the road, 40s for the high. We might freeze to death, who knows? Man, this feels so foreign, but so fun.
It's very tiny, isn't it?
It's very tiny, and it's really smooth. It feels kind of like it's gliding or something like that.
Yeah, kind of surprising. Wait till we get to a rough road, though.
Yeah, I'm going to take it very slow and easy.
Well, that's all you can do in this.
I guess that's true.
Holy cow, y'all, this thing is a hoot to drive. You know, it is surprisingly quiet because the engine is in the rear of it. That aspect we like. One thing we don't like is that it blows around like crazy in the wind.
I didn't expect it, but I guess it's really just like one log going down the road, so the wind just really pushes it.
Holy cow, that sun. Oh my gosh.
I love it. It's so cold when the sun goes away though.
Yeah, dude, keep that sun here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is friggin' freezing, you guys. We're gonna have a tough time tonight. So we came to Target because our plan is to get an electric blanket, plug it into our little portable power station.
And hope that keeps us alive.
Yeah. Here it is. Heated blanket. And I checked, this thing only takes like 100 watts, and we have about 1,000 watt hours in our little power bank, so should last all night. Should hopefully not burn us down. I'm always afraid of electric blankets.
My grandma always had them. I love them. Hers never burned down.
We're gonna give this a try. It'll be an experiment. We're at our campsite. It should be around here somewhere. Oh, is this it here?
I think so.
All right. Well, good thing we're a tiny rig. This is a small spot. We've made it to our hip camp for the night. It is actually just in the land that's behind this lady's little farmhouse, but it's a really chill, serene area, just like right in the middle of the woods. She said that she very rarely has people book this late in the season.
AKA, we're dum-dums.
Yeah, we're dum-dums. But let's talk more about this little beauty behind me, AKA Lucy. So at a glance, she looks pretty sharp for her age, but of course, like many old vehicles, if you get close, you notice a lot of little rust spots around the frame. Nothing too bad, but a couple spots that are rotted through. I think the owner tried to touch up some spots, so there's some areas where there's kind of blemishes in the paint. A couple little dents, couple little chips, but at a distance, it looks pretty sharp. And it photographs well, right? So you guys know we've been traveling around in our black series, but man, I have really missed just the fun of a vintage vehicle. This really makes me miss Ruby more than Clementine though, because it's like small, it feels like it smells like it. It's not a manual, sadly, but that's the only downside.
I don't mind it.
If you guys aren't familiar with Ruby, she's our little Suzuki Samurai that we had all restored that we pull behind our Class C RV. But Ruby may be making another appearance in our videos pretty soon, so keep your eyes out for that.
Welcome, y'all, to our little home, Lucy's insides. They're a lot prettier than my insides, I'll tell you that.
Got a little weird.
I don't know. It's just like my brain is frozen, you guys. It's in the 30s right now, and every part of me is just so cold. The first thing we notice is that it's a lot more spacious in here than you would think. So they've got this cheeky little chair over here, this nice big back seat, which would fit all your friends. It's also pretty durable and rugged in here. The floor is made out of this plastic or rubber, so it's really easy to clean.
This is a good feature because obviously you're gonna get it very dirty in here. The minute you step outside on this ground and then inside here, you're gonna get crud in there, so.
Every vintage vehicle we have purchased so far has had carpet inside, which looks really cool, but we're realizing is not very practical. Our host was nice enough to give us a little bucket of goodies. So even though there is not a stove or a sink or anything in here, we do have a little camp stove and a little skillet if we are feeling frisky. And behind that is a really cool built-in feature. This is a little table.
Oh, nice.
I think you just pull it out, goes like that.
How is it suspended?
I don't know. There's something, it pops into place, but it's so nice. So we can sit here, have breakfast, play games, chat. But that is not the only table. There is a secondary table right here. She can pop in like so, something like that. I think it locks into place, figure that out later. But I think this is so when the bed's made and you can't access this, you still have a spot, although it is very high, very tall table. You son of a... There's also no fridge, but our host gave us this awesome Yeti cooler that I think keeps stuff cold for days and days. So we are all set, and we have all of the essentials. Vodka, iced coffee, carrots and hummus, and probiotics. That's a little glimpse into our lives, y'all.
He's got a little camper on there.
I know, it's so cute. Speaking of being cute, do we need to check out the pop tap?
Let's pop this top, y'all.
Let's pop the top!
If we can figure it out.
So I read the directions on how to do this. Eric did not. So let's watch him squirm.
I don't even know where to begin. How does this work?
Oh, you
you
were
do something
hot.
with this bar?
Not yet.
No, not this bar.
You were hot a second ago.
Up here?
Yeah,
Okay.
burning hot. Yeah, ooh, ooh.
Oh, I got it. Okay, oh, step one. Okay, now what do I do? Just go up?
Yeah, just push it a little bit.
Push it a little bit?
Uh-huh.
What was that sound? Did I break something? I don't think I broke anything. I think I got it, y'all. Oh man, this thing's really heavy. Ta-da! We got a pop top. Wow, this thing goes up a lot higher than I thought. It's really cool looking. Very impractical for the winter though, don't you think?
Y'all, this makes such a difference having this height in here. And the host actually just replaced the canvas, so no holes or leaks, although I still think it's gonna be very drafty.
Yeah, we might opt to sleep down here because there's actually a bed here and a bed up there, but we'll see.
Yeah, this isn't the full bed. It actually, I think, oh God, comes out. Something down like that. I guess this will be my stair. Do I trust this? It's just one little board.
Get up in there.
Oh God. Whoa. Okay. Oh, hey guys. I'm assuming you'd probably put your feet down there, but all right, not as claustrophobic as I thought. This actually has way more room than Clementine's overhead cab.
You know, in the summertime, this would be great.
This would be really cool because it all unzips.
Oh yeah, nice.
So you can get a nice breeze, which I do not want right now, but at least I can see the sun setting, and you can have views all around. All right, we gotta get one of these in the summertime and do a Westfalia right.
We're gonna have a collection of campers. That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, we're gonna be those crazies that you drive by and they have like 37 vehicles in their driveway.
Since it's a really tiny camper, it's pretty short on storage space, but it does have some in the back, which we have utilized completely. But it does have two tiny little closets over on the left side. To get to the engine compartment, you have to move all this stuff out of the way, sadly. Lift this, and this should just slide out. Woohoo! Look at this beauty. Still a little heat coming off of this.
Oh, yeah,
nice.
this is our heater. I'm just gonna sleep inside there.
Well, she looks her age, I'm not gonna lie, but I would expect nothing less. You guys gotta hear this thing start up. Go for it. Woohoo! Purrs like a little kitten. Okay.
Yo, we were just about to put the cap back on the engine and I saw this, I was like, what's this tube? It's a fire suppression system. So if the engine were to go up in flames, this essentially explodes and puts the fire out.
You guys know that the Travel Beans ended up having their van burned down, and after that I was so paranoid about the same thing happening to Clementine, so this is what I was going to put in the engine compartment, this exact thing blaze cut. If any part of this thing melts because it gets too hot, that spot is where everything shoots out, so it kind of like shoots where the fire is.
It's a really cool system, and I feel much safer sleeping over the engine knowing that this is in there.
Man, I love that thud that the door makes. You just hear the metal. It's great. The highlight of this vehicle for me is just this front cab area. It's in surprisingly good condition. Of course, there's a little bit of wear and tear, but it almost just gives it more character. There's no like huge rips or huge gashes in the dash or anything like that. It just seems like a time capsule, you know, and it smells like a time capsule. It smells like the 80s.
I wish you guys could smell it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's hard to describe. It just smells like old carpet or something. You know the smell I'm talking about. But it is my turn to drive, baby. Woohoo! I'm so excited. I just love turning it on. It plays a funny little sound. It fires up every time, baby. Woohoo! This thing is sweet, man. It is so quiet when it drives. I just love that aspect of it because you know that we have a lot of loud vehicles in our life. So we ended up just kind of coming to get the lay of the land in our campsite and just kind of poke around in the camper van. But with Vanlifers, isn't the whole idea that, you know, you don't spend that much time in the van, right? You're always out and about, and then you just mostly use the van to sleep, right? That's what we're gonna do. Mainly because it's freezing. There's no heat in this thing. The sun's gone, so now it's just like so cold outside. So we're gonna go explore the area. Well,
I think we found the perfect way to warm up. A nice, steamy brewery.
When you walk in, it smells of like yeast and hops.
It's so malty in here, it's wild. But right when you walk in, you see the huge tanks where they're brewing everything. They make quite a few different varieties here. Obviously, we can never decide what we want, so we went with the trusty flight. Try a little bit of everything.
The flight at Flight Deck.
Yeah, oh yeah, the flight at Flight Deck. I didn't even put those together. Also, this place seems to be very pupper friendly, and there are some of the biggest, floofiest dogs in here, and it is warming my heart as well as my body.
You guys, we lucked out. They have a freaking pizza oven over there.
Wood-fired pizza. We kept it simple and classy with the pepperoni. It's got cheese, but it also has the addition of hot honey on there. Ooh, baby. Ooh, and maybe it'll like heat me from the inside out, because we thought we were warm in here, y'all, but it is not warm. It is very cold still.
Yeah, it's really freaking annoying because of daylight savings time. It's only 6 p.m. right now, but it's been dark for like 2 hours. It's kind of messing with us because we're just kind of killing time until we can go back to our van and call it a night.
I just want to go to bed, but it's only 6 o'clock. You can't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny. We were just talking and this lady came over and she was like, "Oh, are you the Endless Adventure?" And ultimately, we told her how we were staying in the van tonight and that we might freeze. And she said, "Let me give you my card. If you get too cold, call us up and you can stay at our place."
Thanks, Mainers. You guys are saving us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
If you get too cold, you just come by and knock on the door.
What was your name, by the way?
Eileen.
Eileen. Well, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for the offer
It's
with
a
the card.
lovely area, by the way.
But anyway, what I was trying to say is that we're trying to kill as much time as possible so we spend the least amount of time in the van. But it keeps seeming later than it actually is. It's only 6 o'clock, you guys.
Well, maybe we should, go to sleep at like 7 and wake up at 4 in the morning.
Oh, man.
That's a lot of hours of sleep still. Dang.
It's going to be brutal. One way or another, this is going to be brutal. But for
Freaking
now,
winter.
we're just going to eat our pizza and drink our beer. I just found $5, y'all, on the floor beneath my chair. Should I keep it? Well, you can't turn it in, right? We're gonna be here for a while, you guys know this, and if the owner doesn't come to claim this $5, it's mine, dang it. This never happens to me. I never find money. I know friends who found all kinds of money on the ground. This never happens to me. It's my lucky day. One person's pain is my luck. We made it back to the campsite, and a bit of a snag in our plans. We thought that we'd be able to just turn the car on for a little while and kind of get the heat in the car up before we turn the blanket on and kind of snuggle up. But the heat in the car does not work while you're not driving. You literally have to have the gas down and be moving for the air to blow out of the heater. All right, so I'm gonna get this blanket fired up and see if we can get a little bit of warmth in here because it's cold.
Better start stripping, babe. I need that body heat.
Oh, you gonna get it.
Another thing you'll have to figure out, my love.
I saw you do it earlier, but what did you lift this up or something? Oh yeah, there we go. Woo-hoo! This is the hard part of living in such a small space. I mean, look at all this crap we have. We've got all this food over here. We've got our giant cooler over there. We got our big battery bank here.
And now come the blankets. A 1, a 2, a 3. So I don't think 3 blankets is enough. It's enough to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, but not to keep us from dying in the middle of the night from hypothermia. So we have a sleeping bag rated for 25 degrees, although it might be 22 tonight. Get it out!
Jesus.
Get out! Whoa, you guys, that's a 2-person sleeping bag.
2-person sleeping bag. 2 people in the van.
2 people, okay.
Okay, y'all, we're getting snuggled in here for the long, cold night. This is a horrible idea.
Yeah.
The good news is our heated blanket is doing well. It's pulling less than 100 watts, so theoretically it should last 8 to 9 hours. So I think we're gonna get nice and cozy under here. We did pour ourselves a couple of whiskeys. You You know, to keep us nice and warm.
And hopefully it'll help us sleep through the cold and the pain.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see. So we're just gonna hunker down, have a couple sips of whiskey. I downloaded some shows offline, a new show. We're watching Succession. Our friend Matt recommended that, highly recommended. But that is gonna be all for tonight, y'all. You're gonna have to stick around for our next episode to see if we survive or not.
Because we have like 2 or 3 more nights of this, y'all.
So if you don't see another video from us, this is our last message out to you.
And it's been a joy to share our lives with you. Good night, adventurers.
We'll see you on the frozen ice road tomorrow.